How many times have you actually clicked on social media? Maybe Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok, or any social media platform, and you're just like, you know what? I just want to check something. And before you know it, you are literally scrolling for an hour. You're just there endlessly on social media and realizing that the whole day, maybe you were not productive, but you were so productive on social media. Social media have made a lot of us to be so unproductive that we just scroll endlessly online and we do not read. Reading is one of the ways we can actually change our mindsets. We can grow in all area of our lives. We should try our best to read and read rightly. Reading is actually one of the habits that you can actually build if you actually approach it the right way. In this video, I'm going to be talking about why social media is beginning to just cause a lot of brain rot for a lot of youths and how we can try to improve ourselves through reading.
I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning.
Hi everyone, welcome back again to my channel. If this is the first time that you're joining, welcome. My name is Omar from Omar Travels, where I get to help international students study abroad, and also I get to help people get a scholarship and also lifestyle. If this is something that you're interested in, please do also like this video, subscribe to my channel. The first mistake that a lot of people do is that when it comes to reading, they force themselves to read things that they are not interested in. If now you love stories, you like to learn through stories, or you like watching videos, then you force yourself to start reading academic books or things that you do not even have interest in. Of course, if you're doing this, you will not have any form of interest when it comes to just studying. I feel like what has really helped me to improve my studying is just understanding that no matter what I'm doing, even though I'm in school currently and I'm studying, no matter what, I still try my best to read other books so that I just have interest in reading. Because of course, if let's say I'm studying something I'm not interested in, or I'm doing something I'm not interested in, or I'm reading something I'm not interested in, there's a part of you that would think that reading is something that is boring. That reading is like a boring activity that if you're doing, you would just be bored with. That you have to learn to read the things that you're interested in. Know the things that you like. If you're the kind of person that likes to read novels, then you read books about novels, because reading really, really helps you. It helps you to know more. It helps you to have a lot of ideology. It helps to improve your vocabulary. For me, I love to watch movies, so definitely reading novels would just be something that I would definitely love. So as much as I like to read books like this, I also try my best to get books like this, because this is like a novel, right? So I think this is something that you have to constantly teach yourself. This is something that you constantly have to, just intentionally build, because reading is something that if you do not intentionally build, you would not be able to have that culture, and you will not be able to just read. So some people now, maybe they're not interested in science, they're not interested in history, maybe they are more interested in spiritual things, spiritual growth. Then you should put more focus on reading the things that you love. Then also another thing is turning reading into an adventure. Think about the idea, or just turning what you're reading and making it into the present of real life happenings right now. Okay, you know what? Oh, this happened at this certain time, or this happened at this certain time. And then you can be able to relate it with what is happening at this time and just make it such a beautiful adventure. Understanding that when you're reading, you're learning from researchers, you're learning from experts. Understanding that if you're reading and you're learning, that this is beautiful, because if you are bringing it into your present right now, there's going to be a lot of changes, that you're going to be able to get a lot of ideas and just understanding the way people literally think. And one of the beautiful things I love about reading is, especially if I'm reading from people that are of great minds, I just feel like so many mistakes that I think that they have made, I'll be able to avoid the mistakes. This is one of the reasons I love to read the Bible. And when I'm reading the Bible, I just feel like there are so many things I learn and things I would want to do. And even when I see some of the things that the disciples or apostles, the mistake that they made, I try to be like, okay, you know what, I'm not gonna make this mistake. So you don't have to go through the same battles that they went through. Also try to like create a good environment that would help you to read and will help you to understand. There's something I actually learned from my friend. He's really a good reader and he always reads. And one of the things I learned about him is that he always say that whenever you feel like reading, try to read immediately. Like no matter what you're doing, when you just feel like there's that part of you that want to read, just read, because it's not every time you always feel like reading. It's not every time you always be in the mood to read. So the moment you have the mood to just do it, just do it. And I think I can also equate it to even being a content creator. It's not every time that I feel like shooting videos. It's not every time I feel like creating content. That every time that I just feel like creating content or I just feel like shooting a video, I just do it. I don't even think too much about it. I don't say, oh, I don't have this or I need to have that. The moment I feel like I need to shoot a video, I just shoot a video. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just do it. So that's the same thing about reading. You just have to do it. Like the moment you feel like doing it, just read. Find a quiet environment, a comfortable chair. If you're the kind of person that read on your bed, you can also read on your bed, because for me, I read on my bed. So if you're the kind of person that read on your bed, you can also read on your bed, okay? Also, when it comes to reading, I feel like another thing that can really help you to achieve your reading is to set goals. So I actually saw something on social media. A lady last year, she said, oh, she was able to read like 200 books. That, oh, she set a goal to read 200 books. And I'm like, what? I'm like in shock. So some people are reading 200 books per year. Like, what? You just reading? All you're doing with your life is just reading? This is what a lot of people are doing. So now when you see a lot of people who have so much good ideology, when you see a lot of people who think smartly, when you see a lot of people that when they talk, you like what they're saying, you don't know where it's coming from. It's coming from the fact that they are reading. It's coming from the fact that they are working on themselves. And that's the beautiful thing about reading, because when you start reading, you start enjoying to spend time with people that also read like you. And somehow you guys can share ideas. You guys can share just stories, and it just lights up each other based on the books that you guys read. I remember when I was in secondary school, I used to read a lot of novels. So definitely I used to be close to people that read a lot of novels, and then they will read the novel, I read my novel, and they will start talking about it. It used to be so beautiful. And the fact that I just had those kind of friends that read a lot of novels, and I'm also reading a lot of novels, it was so cool. Anytime I buy books, I'll give them. When they buy books, they give me. It was literally so beautiful. And those are moments that I will never forget. When I got to university, because of course I was doing a very hard course, electrical engineering, I was not reading novel anymore. But I just started reading again when I started doing my PhD, because I wanted to combine reading the things that I love with reading academic books. So this is something that I'm doing, and I'm realizing that a lot of people, they always like scrolling on social media and they never really spend time in just reading. Even if you can read 10 pages or just read 2 pages or just read something, it will really, really help you. It will help you grow. It will give you good ideas. It will really, really help you. Trust me. If you think that you're struggling in any area, Sometimes the solution to that thing that you're struggling in is in a book. You can set goals on how many hours or how many minutes that you want to read per day. This will help you to really go far. Try as much as possible to replace scrolling on social media with reading your books. Imagine replacing 30 minutes of scrolling on social media with 30 minutes of reading. In short, I will advise you, if it's possible for you to even, join X, because on X, I feel like there's a lot of reading that happened there. Maybe it will help you if you're someone that loves to read, if you're logical, it will really, really help you. Reading strengthens your creativity, it strengthens your focus, it strengthens your knowledge, and this is beautiful. Why should you live in a world this beautiful where a lot of things are hidden in books and decide to just spend all the time on entertainment? Because social media is just all about like entertainment, and there are a lot of negativity happening right now in our world, that if you're constantly focusing on social media, you realize that you'll not be able to be positive about life. But if you focus more attention on trying to solve problems by reading lots of books, you realize that you become a problem solver rather than always being emotional based on the things that happen in our world today. When you're reading, you can actually take notes of some of the things that, that just spring you up. Try to engage with the book and highlight those things that are so beautiful that you're learning. Write notes that you can actually reflect on and that you can help you to, improve your life. Remember that knowledge is power. And it's actually a statement they always say, like, if you want to hide something from a black man or an African man, put it in a book. As an African girl, I want to encourage you, try to start reading. It's not as if no, for me, I am actually perfect when it comes to reading book. This is also something I'm also learning. It's not so as if no, I do not like scrolling on social media. I do love spending time on social media. But I also make sure that even as much as I am spending time on social media, I am also spending time on reading. No matter how small, I'll just try my best to read. The moment the thought comes, I will read. That's why most of the time I always like to put like my Bible or the book I want to read just beside me, so that when I wake up, even as much as I want to like start scrolling on social media, I also pick up my Bible and I'll also read my Bible. Or I'll also pick up the book that I'm reading and I'll also read the book. This is like the habits that I'm learning, I'm teaching myself, and it's really, really helping me, because all I do is scroll on social media and then I ask myself, okay, what have I done throughout the day? Nothing. So even as much as I'm reading like academic papers, I also try to read other things that would, make me love reading. Then I combine two of them and it really, really helps me. And also another thing that I also did that's really helping me is that I remove focus on doing content that is more of dancing or lip syncing. Because before, what I used to do is that I used to do content that is about lip syncing, dancing, taking pictures. But right now, I changed that and I started doing content about like just um talking, doing a lot of research, a lot of script writing before I can like shoot my videos. And because of this, it forced me to read, to know more, to actually want to read. And also I like to also like do content about academic, do content about reading. And the more I'm doing content about academic, the more I'm doing content about reading, it is helping me to know how to improve my reading skills. It is helping me to know how to even read. Do you understand? Because let me tell you, if there's anything that you want to like start doing, if you're trying to improve your reading, you need to intentionally put it in your everyday life, in anything that you like. If you like to create content, you put reading in it. If you like to dance, you put scripts writing on your dance. Like you just literally do everything that would just help you to know more and to be able to develop your mind. I also try my best to surround myself with people that also like to read. I love to be around people that stimulate my mind I love to be around people that are so smart, so intelligent, because I feel like it helps me to be smart, to be intelligent, to know more. It helps me to want to like read, because if you're around smart people, of course you'll be smart. And of course, if you're around people that are better than you, that are probably smarter than you, they will always like make you feel like you're dumb. And this will push you to want to know more. This will push you to want to read more. This will push you to want to learn. Because I feel like surrounding myself with people that love to read, people that are intelligent, I mean, it just automatically rub off on you. Even when you don't want to be smart, even when you don't want to be intelligent, even though when you don't want to be read, somehow you're forced because you're around people that like to read. And coming from the kind of family that I have, where my parents are so into books, like, oh, go and read your book, go and read your book. I feel like this have become something that I'm used to. Just, okay, you know what, just read. I just try my best to make it fun, no matter how much reading can be boring. I try my best to make it fun. I try my best not to look at reading as a bad thing or something that is boring. I just enjoy it. So this is why, even though I don't read for a long time, I don't feel like I'm guilty. I can still come back to it. I can still like want to read, because why? Because I'm always surrounded with books. I'm always surrounding myself with education. So this is something I feel like that will really help you as much as it's helping me too. So if you're trying to build like a reading habit, I hope like some of these tips will really, really help you to be consistent, to work hard and achieve your reading goals. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel. And I have a lot of books that I've written down in the description. You can actually get it if you're trying to get scholarship opportunities or if you're trying to study abroad. I feel like this book will really help you. And if you're trying to reach me on one-on-one consultation, you can always check description to also reach out to me and follow me on Instagram. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.